Welcome back to Old Girl Podcast. Hope you guys had a good week so far. It's Wednesday, so you know what that means. It's hump day. We're gonna jump right in to the word. We got anything you want to say to them? We haven't been able to, do the videos because we both been busy.
Like I told y'all, the elections and stuff for the DeSoto, Texas area, so I've been involved with that along with other personal things. But yes, we both been involved with it, dealing with the campaign and stuff. So don't charge it to us. Just know that we're trying to fit everything all in.
And we're back, so.
So we'll get right into it. I'm going ahead to spin the wheel, and then we'll pick the topic for today. Topic of the day is relationships and situationships.
Okay.
And so we'll go from that and talk about the actual what that means or what word we chose for that particular topic. One moment, let me find it, because again we just all over the place, right?
Definitely.
Okay, so again the topic was relationships/situationships. Okay, so we use the word distinguish, which means distinguish. Y'all kind of know what it means, but we'll kind of give a little description. To notice or understand the difference between two things, or to make one person or thing seem different from the other. So what that means is somebody could tell you, oh yeah, we in a relationship and this and the third, but they're treating you like it's a situationship. Yes, a friendship, like it's a friendship or a situationship. And we grown enough to know the difference between the two, right?
Yeah.
Relationship, that's a commitment. You actually either you're communicating with this person daily, or most days out of the week. If not, because we might all have busy schedules, but there's always time when we have a downtime. You have downtime to get in communication with who you want and about the things that you want.
Exactly.
Situationship,
yes.
On the other hand, is
it's like having sexual
relationships
only, not going on dates, not talking to this person every day, or
multiple times a week. It's probably once every 2 or 3 months.
Whenever they find it convenient to talk to you.
Yes.
That's what a situationship is. That's not a relationship. It's a total difference. A relationship, I feel like, I talk to you every day. I see you,
I value our time. I value the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm committed to it, right?
Right.
100%. Whereas situationship, you get the back burner moments.
Yes. Like your second choice. Nobody want to be second.
Or because they're bored. Now they can reach out to you. Don't be.
Or when it's late at night after the day done went by, you the last thing they want to. I mean, sometimes that could be a good thing, but sometimes no, it's not.
You gotta pay attention. You gotta actually pay attention to what's being done.
Or hit them in their other situation or their real relationship or into it, then they bring you into the picture.
Right.
That's a situationship. Yes.
What they call them, placeholders.
Yes.
Sometimes situationships rebound with placeholder. They just using you for the time till they mend whatever relationship that has kind of fallen off or the communication has been lack of in the other situation. So with the one that they value the most.
Right.
And now they trying to portray to you that they value you. But some of us, because we feel like we definitely need somebody in our corner, right? Or we that desperate and think that there's love to us, we fall for that.
And I have been a part of a situation.
I know
And, this person, they will call me, like if them and their person was into it because they needed somewhere to lay their head or needed, someone to talk to and different things like that, So, like, again, we always say, while we telling y'all, it really helping us as well. So yes, I have been a part of a situationship.
Yeah.
I mean, but I have been in a relationship too. You know,
So
I do know the
difference between one or the other.
Because for my relationship, I was put first. That one I was put second. You never want to be second. It doesn't feel good. You know,
Right.
and you should know your worth. I didn't know, and it was a time where let me keep it real. It was a time, no, I did not know my worth, but now a person can step to me how they could step to me even months ago because
Right.
I'm leveling up, and as I level up, I think different. You know what I'm talking about? So like, what do you think? Have you ever been in a situationship?
Yes. Just this year, honestly, you know that you in a situationships and our relationships. I mean, associate of mine was an ex of mine, if you will. He would say it's called the pecking order, if you will, of how you prioritize people in your life or things in your life, right? So you become less of a priority or than the lower section of the pecking order, if you will, if you're not that important to somebody. And I recently was reached out to, not too long ago, probably less than a week ago, by someone that I ain't spoke to in a couple months. I ain't talked to you, baby.
And okay, I'm sorry.
And they call themselves being upset because I no longer have these numbers saved. I no longer have a lot of people numbers saved. And if I feel like we don't value each other in any aspect, we don't need to communicate. And it's okay for us not to communicate.
And this doesn't just go with just a relationship with a man or a woman, whichever one you prefer. This could be a friendship. This could be family. This could be anything. You never want to feel like you're doing more than the next person.
Yes.
And once you get in that position, you have to choose. Hey, am I going to continue to deal with this, or I'm going to pick me? Right. And in a lot of situations here lately, I've been picking me and not even thinking twice about it.
Right.
You know, some people I have cut off and they don't even know that they're cut off.
Right.
I don't have to cuss at you. Because back then, you could. I'm telling you, what I know now, I didn't know then. Because back then, I'm going to make them feel it that I don't mess with them. I'm going to cuss them out. I'm going to do this.
No, that they hurt me or this, that, and the third.
No, you don't have. You can move in silence, and that's the best. That's the best teacher right there when you be quiet.
And that's how I've always done it. I don't go back and forth with nobody. One thing is, if I'm in your presence and we arguing, I know I can leave because I have a vehicle to leave. Right. So I thank God for that, because I don't have to deal with it, right? And I have a home I can go to. And then secondly, if I know that you're not valuing this relationship, whether it's because we were becoming friends before, I always say become friends before. If it's a guy or a girl or whoever that you like, become friends with that person first. Because that value there is more important, is the base of that relationship. Can that person be somebody you can trust, your loyalty, like someone you can depend on? Not just sex always, right. Not just the sexual aspect of their relationship, because that's not a relationship. That's going back to just being a situationship. And sometimes they could be around so long, even with that. So you gotta, again, don't be bedazzled by the little things that somebody's doing. Whether they bringing you something to eat just because they know they gonna be eating and they don't really want you to eat off their plate. Boom, that's just them bringing you something to eat, right?
Getting excited to they text me this day,
right?
They didn't talk to you the next day.
They didn't talk to you the next day, or
I'm
they
excited that
blocked
they
you for a week.
Yeah. Different
stuff like
things
that.
like that. Never be excited on being second choice again.
Right.
That's not a good place to be in. God did not. I know we're not trying to put religion on nobody, but God did not place us to be second place in a man's, woman, whoever life. Right. He didn't place us to be there.
Now, if you are okay with being in those, what do they call it, poly relationships, then be my guest. That's your thing. You know, I ain't knocking you for it, but if you in a monogamous and you want to be monogamous and you're the one that you're supposed to be communicating and dating and being with, saying they want to be in a monogamous relationship, then they shouldn't also be dragging you and having you in second place, because that's not monogamous. That's just using me until you figure out which one you want to handle all the way. And don't do people. I feel you shouldn't do people like that, because you're wasting their time while they could be going out and somebody else could be
exactly.
They could have been call somebody else out there, really have their best interests at heart. You know, they're really wanting to get to know them and really in tune with them. But no, some people are just that selfish that will
And
belittle you and carry you along so long and make you feel like you worthy of.
And I know some people that done got comfortable.
Yeah.
And I found myself even being comfortable with being second in someone's life, but not now, of course. But some people actually get comfortable with being in a position of, oh, I'm the other woman or I'm the other man,
Right.
and it's okay because no,
Right.
it's not. That's not cute for one.
Right.
It's not. It's for one, when you grow and if you still got that
type of mindset,
you really need to look in the mirror and kind of reflect on
what's going
what's
on
really
with you.
going on
Yes.
with you. Because why do you feel like you're not worth being this man?
Right, by being loved fully in a whole
fully
by one person. Not just sometimes. Don't love me sometimes. Don't like me sometimes. Love me always. Like me always. If you're wanting to value, again, our friendship. Because I feel that's the most important piece. And a lot of people mess up because they're trying to rush into or trying to force somebody to be, and then it just don't work out.
You can't make nobody love you. Can't make nobody like you.
If that person like you and love you, that you will automatically know.
Yes, you will know.
Love is not confusing. It's not blind. It don't cause you to overthink and like
it does.
Hyperventilate. It don't cause none of that.
And I shouldn't have to go out of my way to prove to you that I love you.
You should automatically.
I shouldn't have to buy you things. I mean, well, nothing's wrong with gifts.
Gifts here and there, yeah.
So let me not say it like that. That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
I shouldn't have to.
Bribe you by gifting you and feeling like this is the only way that I can show. Only way that you will receive that or feel that I love you.
Because I feel like a lot of women, I'm going to bring us, because we plus size, or whatever. And I feel like a lot of women that's plus size, a lot of men think that we are weak. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And they put us in this
one box. They box us in a category.
Mm-hmm. They will have sex. They will have sex with us. They will be with us in the background.
In private, as they call it.
But
never will you ever be asked to go. It's a lot of them that won't ask you. A lot of people, men, and they could be bigger men too. Mm-hmm. It ain't just about skinny men that do this too. It's big men too that would do this to you because either they've already in a relationship and they don't want to get caught. And then also, they just don't want to be seen with a big girl. Mm-hmm. So they, again, just, oh, baby, I be working hard and I work hard too. So my values and what I do is not as important. Mm-hmm. So me making this time for you to come over and chill and whatever, they call it chilling. So chill with you and be with you and do this, that, and the third with you and chill and make time to communicate with you about this, that, and the third. Why we can't do this on a daily basis? Why we can't do this out in the public eye? Why I can't... I'm not that worthy enough to get that. So when I text you back and I tell you I don't know who this is, you cannot get upset with me. Go back and reflect on how you valued the time that I put in with you and what I felt like I was doing to try to show you, hey, I kind of like you. And you didn't not value that. So I can't value what you want either. Exactly. And it's okay for me to do that because you didn't value what I was saying to you. Because sometimes we do communicate and say things to the other people, and then they can run them off. That's letting you know that they don't like you like that.
Exactly. Because piggybacking off that, a person texted me, what was that, last week? What you doing? And I told them reading the Bible, and they completely didn't text back, and it's been a week. Here it is, a whole week later. They So again, you could tell them exactly, they want to hear, oh, this, that, and third, come on over.
Yeah, that's the stuff they want you to hear. They don't want to hear what you're really doing.
Because a lot of people don't like,
growth.
They can't accept your growth.
Right.
They want you to still be in this mentality, oh, she weak, or she'll do whatever I want her to do. Or
I gotta wrap around my finger. No, you don't. Don't think you got me digmatized, love.
No.
That's what they call it. And I'm sorry for my Christians that are watching. Or or whatnot. Hey, we say what we want. I mean, not everything is gonna be cuss. We don't cuss at everything, but if it fits those words or whatever, you might hear some words, but we don't mean it in no harm way. I'm not hypnotized by that. Love, I've woken up I value myself in a different light now.
The level that I'm at, I'm not even having sex you know.
Right.
So
I don't.
that doesn't impress me, you know.
Right.
Now, if you
I've already experienced that.
yeah,
That's
you would have
why
called me last year or even months ago, because I haven't always been walking in this path. Let me not lie. Let's be real. But now, no, you can't. You cannot come to me like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm happy about that. Like the stuff that I used to accept, I don't accept it no more. And you know, even
that's why I said, when the guy reaching out to me last week, asked me same thing, what you doing? I'm like, nothing, because I really don't like to disclose. Even if I am doing something, it's nothing to you, because what does it matter? You really don't care. I feel. Again, you don't value the time because it's been months since I've talked to you.
Exactly.
Okay, next thing he come with a, so you really doing nothing? I tell him, okay, I'm cooking. Oh, that's fun. I said, well, that was sarcastic, because he don't never really value or say anything about anything that I really be doing or whatever. And then the next thing, this what got me, and this is where I made sure I let him know that that's the reason why I blocked you. One, that's the reason why we're no longer communicating. Two, and I don't want to communicate with you. Oh, I'm just talking mess. I'm bored. Don't let me be the one that you come running to when you bored, love. Mm-hmm. Go find another candidate, because I'm no longer that candidate. And I'm glad he said that, because now I see that type of person that he is. Well, I've already saw it, because again, I've already deleted a lot of numbers. And he has happened to be one of those numbers. He was so, I can't, you don't know who this is. No. If I did,
sometimes
that means I communicate with you regularly, but I don't know who you are.
And don't be surprised on how people, as you change, don't be surprised on people's reaction towards your change.
Right.
If they react in a bad way, those are the people that don't need to be around anyway. Right. If they react in a good way, okay,
it's a possibility.
But do not, don't.
That's why I said don't be bedazzled.
Don't be hurt.
Don't.
It's easy said and done.
Right.
But
because it's easy to want somebody in your corner and say, "Oh, I finally got somebody to text me back."
Right. Yeah, everybody's not gonna accept who you becoming.
Right.
And that's totally fine, because they so used to. And I know this is off subject, but they so used to who you were, and they can't accept who you're becoming.
Right.
And that's okay. And if you are battling with being you don't know if you're in a relationship or a situationship.
Test the waters with that. Pay attention to how long it take them to text back. Or if you know that they are working hard and truly a person that's literally at work and working hard, don't expect them to text back in 2 minutes. Now, come on now, that's common sense, right? But we saying if they going a couple hours, because everybody gets a break. No matter what, everybody gets at least 15-minute breaks. Any job I've had, I've at least had a 15-minute break if I didn't get a lunch break.
This what gets me.
And I have worked in a warehouse, so y'all need to stop. We get breaks there too, so.
This is what gets me. I done text you. You didn't text me back, but you on social media. Situationship. Because how can you on your phone? Because you got a computer. Okay, woo. But not connecting you're on your phone, and that same phone you holding in your hand.
You saw my text message. You saw my call, my whatever it is that I've done to show that I'm trying to communicate with you, or add you to the schedule to make some time for you, and you didn't value that. Exactly. I don't need you in my aura, love. Exactly. And there's some people that expect you to make all the time for them. You gotta watch out for these people too. Exactly. And it's a person that I'm slowly removing myself from. Exactly. So like how she said, they don't even know that they're a part. They don't even know that they're a part of this change that that's coming about. But then once they realize it, I love you, because I will never hate you. That's not my aura. I don't ask to burn bridges. That's not my thing. Because I never know when I might need your assistance, right? Or vice versa, right? But right now, in this season that I'm in and where I'm transitioning to, I don't need that in my life. I'm okay. So it's people that it's people that expect you to just be be all about them. And like I said, they'll state about pecking orders and this, that, and the third. how you get to put them last and this, that, and the third, but they don't pay attention to how they gotta pick in order too. Because it don't even have to be relationships that they in. It could be they could value family first over trying to build their relationship.
Or they can value what they going through over y'all. What
yes, and it make you seem like you're not being a good friend, or you're not being a good associate, or however you want to put it, in that aspect. And so they try to belittle you in that way. Don't jump and fall for it, love. You're just fine. If you know what you're doing right, and you're doing things to better yourself, and it's for the betterment of yourself and what you got going, keep doing it. You know, he knows what you're doing right.
Exactly.
You don't have to worry about no being on earth worrying about if you're doing anything to put them to make them top priority or not.
Exactly.
Everybody will know how their priority runs based on how you have to. It's a give and take in this. Right. It's a 50-50. It's not, I'm going to give 80, you give 20, and we're going to make it work like this.
Or you picking and choosing when you want to be 100% in.
And
no, you don't have to be in it all.
You don't have to be in it at all. You can throw in the towel for them and be done with it. And call it quits on your end. You don't literally have to speak it and verbally say it to them. You can let that connection just die down itself. Because sometimes some connections just die down by itself.
And I've just started not reaching out.
Yes. Don't reach out. Watch how you will never get a reach back.
And they don't reach out.
There it is.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win, and you can delete the number. The best thing is I always say, because I don't remember numbers. I got so many numbers I have to remember, and that goes with credit cards and social securities and this number and that number, birthdays and it. Child, I'm not remembering nobody's phone number, so on purpose I delete the number. I don't want to just block the number. I want to delete that number because I don't need that person in my aura, in my life. So if y'all are out here just blocking, if you're gonna block it, you can block it. But also delete it. Because then you'll never, it'll feel like it's a bill collector to you.
Right.
Who is this calling me?
Scam likely.
Must be a scam likely. Even if the number appears, must be a scam likely. I don't care if it's a Dallas, Texas, West Texas, East Texas, Texas, Utah. No, I don't know who it is. Leave a voicemail if you really wanted to hit me up.
You have to be willing to let go to grow.
Right.
Everybody's not meant to go with you.
That is true. And it's okay.
It's okay. I don't care if it's your sister, brother, cousin, mama, daddy. I don't care.
Uncle, auntie, grandpa. Them that raised you for day in and day out and took your mess and they did. Right.
And they just constantly bringing you down and making you feel like you still that person you know you not.
You don't have to be manipulated.
Leave them alone. It is okay.
Right.
You don't have to even hate them. You don't have to do nothing towards them nasty.
Right.
Just leave them alone.
Let it be.
I used to not do that. I'm telling you, but now
die down. Right.
It is what it is.
Right. And I promise you, it's just die itself down. You'll never hear from that person really like that again. You know when you will, when they start feeling that you done elevated and that you're not reaching out, that you're not reaching out to them. Now they want to come bothering you 3 or 4 months later. No. Stay where you was. Put your pity, miserable self back in the corner, please.
Right. And this stuff.
But yes, so Kiana gonna give y'all the quote of the day. Hope y'all enjoyed the word. I know we were saying so much and all over the place, but it all boils down to the relationship situationships. It goes back to that. And the quote of the day.
The quote of the day says, "Always remember, someone's effort is a reflection of their interest in you."
That's true. I always remember. Reflection is of their interest in you. Someone's effort is a reflection. So if they don't put in the effort, and then vice versa, it works both ways. Like I said, it's a 50-50. So if I'm not putting in the work and you not putting in the work, we don't value each other like that. But if you putting in most of the work and they putting in a little bit, they don't value you like that, baby. It just say it like that. Yes, know your worth and know your value.
If they're not adding, they subtracting. So when you subtract, what do that mean? Take away. So
take away. You don't need their distraction. That's one less distraction. You knock them all off.
Yeah, and it's okay. It might hurt at first.
And it might be lonesome feeling and everything, but sometimes it's okay for us to be isolated. We're isolated for a reason, so that we can get that mindset back, so that we can regroup
because
ourselves.
You can't get your blessings around the wrong people. He won't allow it. And I'm not. I mean, you know, we know it's different religions out there.
Yeah.
But it won't.
But in all of it, though, if you believe in just the spirits that speak to you, just any spirits, they even kind of will say, you block your blessings by continuing to allow that same redundant toxicity in your life or whatnot. So it works all around the same. Why would God want to keep blessing you if you see you?
You are the company you keep.
Yes. Why would
if you're at a level right here, why would you mess with someone
run down there? If you see yourself elevating and they not elevating yet, or they barely doing it, you're not. That's not putting. That's not putting you in the category of better than
that person that's down there.
They're just saying you trying to grow.
Yeah.
You see yourself on a different
I want somebody that's
aspect of life.
I want somebody that's
overachieve, so I can see. That's what I want.
That's what I need to be. That's what I need to go do. This, you know. Not saying I want to be like that person, but they are leading by example. Why would I be looking at somebody that's not leading by example?
Right. That is true.
So hope you guys like the message for today. Mm-hmm. You know, once again,
happy hump day.
Yes.
We made it through half of the week.
Yes.
Like I always said, we try to get on here and post. Hopefully we'll be able to do it this Friday. Again, we still have the campaign and stuff. Everything is due after May 6th. It should be more, more on a routine schedule. But as of right now, for sure, it might be a little off. Yeah. But like we said, we'll try to do more posting. We'll probably even try to put more vlogs on our TikTok or whatnot of our days out together or whatnot. But you know, just bear with us and. We'll try to keep the content coming. Yes. All right. Well, y'all have a good Wednesday.
Yes.
Did you want to say something else? You didn't want to say nothing? Okay. Y'all have a good
Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye.
Have